Alrighty. How are we doing there, everybody? I think we are all set to go. All right. I think we're looking good. All right. There we go. Send out the live messages real quick to the room so they know that we are now live. Okie dokie then. Yeah, so what is going on, everybody? It's the good old powder keg pack rips. I know you're a friendly neighborhood breaker. I know we do things a little differently around here because probably like 90% of breakers are all breaking on whatnot. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of that place, to be honest with you. But who knows? Maybe at some point I may get desperate enough and just go jump on there. Hopefully not, though. Again, I'd much rather not do that because then I just feel like I'd have to be charging more than for my breaks because they're going to be taking a cut of it. And I just, I mean, I understand it's a bigger marketplace and it's probably a much better marketplace than X is, especially, the way X has kind of transformed now to more the political platform, which is kind of sad because when I initially got on X, it wasn't like that, when it was Twitter and things. Things worked out a lot smoother. More people were on there, and it was just a much more joyous. It was a much more joyous app to be on. Nowadays, it's kind of gotten a little bleaker, unfortunately. So that's kind of hurt things a little bit, but here we are. We're still chugging along and everything. And again, I think that's always been my thing. Is I've always tried to keep this more or less a hobby for them. As much as I would love to be as like I said, as much as I'd love for this to be my job and be my occupation, breaking cards and things like that. I mean, I'm sure I feel like I could do that. To be honest with you, if I really was pushing for it, I probably could do it. But I think for the most part, I'm actually kind of all right with it just being a hobby for the most part for now, and just kind of leaving it, kind of where it's at. And like I said, I mean, you never know. Like I said, at some point, like I said, I'd love to do some more expansion to some other places, but it just it just depends how much more work I want to put on my plate, I suppose. But anyways, so yes, tonight we got ourselves a little 3-box mixer. Obviously, we're going to be doing 2 boxes of ice, so that's a definite. We're going to be at least doing the 2 boxes tonight for ice. So these two are a lock. We're going to start with these first. And then we got 2 boxes of Ultimate, but only one is going to be for the break tonight. So which one is going to be up to you guys? Again, I'll let again anyone can more or less chime in and let me know which box they would like. Um, I guess I'll leave that up to you folks there. You guys let me know which one you would prefer, and that will be the one we will use tonight in the break. So again, there really is no. I guess that I mean I can't really say there's no right or wrong because you never know. One box could be much better than the other, but then again, hey, they both could be. Who knows? But then hey, they both could be really good boxes. So yeah. All right. Well, Ryan says the bottom box, so that's going to be the one we're going to use. And again, like I stated, basically, because like I said, this was going to be something I was going to add to the break if we wanted to go a little bit extra price wise. I was going to add this to the break, but we decided to go again with the cheaper one. Again, totally fine. I get it. Like I said, we have ice coming out this week, so I don't want to overwhelm folks either. But we did have interest in a break. So point being though is so I have these 2 extra boxes. So I think after we get done ripping the 3 boxes here, um, I'll actually stay on live a little bit longer and break those other 2 boxes as well. We'll just kind of see what's in there and we'll just check it out. And again, you can kind of see what could have been for Ultimate. Those big what ifs. It's the greatest what if ever. Not really, but. All right, so we got our stands all lined up. Real fast, we're going to go over the break predictions. I was able to kind of come up with a couple. It was a little bit harder because, again, it's only 2 different products and 3 boxes, so there's not really a ton of things. I think from a predictability standpoint, I could really do. So basically the 4 break predictions tonight. Again, if we get 3 out of the 4 correct, I will then obviously basically what we're going to do is kind of like we did before. I'm going to do a $10 break credit, but I'm going to leave the caveat in there. If you get the $10 break credit and you use it for the ice case that we have up now, so the 24-25 master case, even if you just use it for an inner, that's fine. But basically, if we get the 3 out of 4 and you're able to win that $10 break credit, if you use that break credit for the ice case, I will then convert that $10 break credit into a $15 break credit. And then again, same thing. If we get 4 out of 4, I will add another $10 break credit, and the same thing applies. Basically, that if you use it for the ice case, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to save it, it's fine. There'll still be $10 in break credit. But if you use it for the current break we have going on now that we just dropped in the room tonight, if you use it for that, that break credit will convert from a $10 break credit to a $15 break credit. So again, so if we get 3 out of 4, I'll do one $10 that could convert to 15. And if we get 4 out of 4, I'll do two $10, $15 converted break credit possibly. So, and again, that's going to go to 2 individuals. I'm not going to just let one person get both of them. So just to be clear about that, if we do get all 4. So anyways, tonight the break predictions are as follows. We are going to do break prediction number 1 is hit a card number to 99 or less. I would love to hit a ice premieres at a 99. Those are usually the more sought after ice premieres. So I'd love to see that happen. That's why I figured 99 or less. And again, so as long as it's numbered to 99 or less, that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything specific, just 99 or less numbering. Number 2, hit a patch auto, which again, there are patch autos in ice and there are patch autos in ultimate. So again, as long as it's a patch auto, doesn't need to be a rookie, doesn't need to be it doesn't matter. As long as it's a patch auto, it's all it needs to be. Break prediction number 3 then is as follows. Hit a legend card. Again, that can be a base card, if you will. That could be an auto. That could be a patch. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a legend, again, a retired player, that'll suffice then at that point for break prediction number 3. And then break prediction number 4, again, I kind of struggled with this one, but I figured we'll go ahead and go with the frozen and ice card. Again, that's the card that has the little mini card inside that you open up and has the extra card there. So if we hit one of those, again, that'll count. I'll count that as the thing, because again, we have 2 boxes of ice. I wanted to lean a little bit more into the ice for break predictions because, again, Ultimate's only 1 pack. It's 4 cards. Not really a ton of chances or options with that. So I decided to lean into the ice credit a little bit, or the ice break a little bit more, or ice boxes. All right. So there we go, folks. That is what we got on deck. Again, thank you guys so much for the fill. Which we're gonna just go ahead and put again. Here's the ultimate. It's going right down there on the bottom. This will be our starting point for tonight. But again, like I said, thank you guys so much. Do appreciate it. Again, I know the game's going on, so I'm sure you guys will be giving me an update. It does look like Florida might have already scored already, which again, that's that's what it is. Actually, I will say that Marchand auto we hit out of our last mixer, out of that box of credentials, that out of 25, it went to sleepers. I was like, that kind of makes a little. I mean, with him doing so well right now in the finals, I think that card kind of is a little bit more elevated at the moment. So yeah, but again, like I said, we've had some really good success with our mixers. I would love to see that continue for you guys. Obviously, it's only 3 boxes. We get what we get, but again, we're going to do the best we can to hopefully at least see a few nice ones come out of here. And then again, like I said, once the break is all done, I will stay on here and we'll break these other 2 boxes again, just to see what's in there and just to kind of just see what's in the box, see what's in there. Like I said, see what could have been. But again, like I said, I'm sure if it's something that someone else might like, I'm sure I might add it to, whatever I hit out of those, I might add it to somebody's mail day if it's worthy enough for that. Alrighty, folks. Again, thank you guys once again for the fill. Let's have a little bit of fun tonight. Again, like I said, we got our break predictions up. Again, if we get 3 out of 4, I will do a $10 break credit. That will obviously convert to 15 if it's used in the current ice case that we just dropped. And if we get 4 out of 4, then I'll do another $10 break credit. And same deal, if it's used for the ice case, we'll then convert it to 15. So again, we will get 2 winners for that. So this is our starting point for tonight. Again, I thought it was appropriate getting a couple ice boxes because ice is coming out this week. So it made sense to, again, I thought it made sense to grab a couple boxes and open it. Again, 23-24, so the potential is there. 56 on the sticker and 08 on the box. So nice low number there. Again, best of luck to everybody tonight. We were able to get a few trades done. Like I said, I know. Like I said, I was kind of surprised. I don't think Chris was really around because I'm sure if he would have saw Vance shop in Carolina, he would have took him up on that. But I'm sure he might be distracted or again might be watching the game or something. So again, I tried to give you guys as much time as I could. I couldn't really give you guys a ton of time, but I tried to give you what I could to obviously make some trades happen. We did get a few to go down. So again, it's always good to see. 56 once again on the sticker and 08 on the box. All right, everybody, best of luck. Let's see what we get. Again, 3 boxes, so we get what we get, and that's all it's going to be. So let's go ahead and pull from the back here, get these back cards out of the way. The old rookie. Simon Edmondson for the Wings, base rookie. And then we got the green here. Jet Greaves for the Blue Jackets. Like that green rookie. Pull the decoy out the way. Let's see, we got Mr. Atkinson. Kuzmenko. Got Cider, and then behind him, we got a purple. Going to the Winnipeg Jets, we got Nikolai Ehlers. Going to Winnipeg, got the purple. Purple parallel for the Jets. Get my piles going on here real fast. Get a little organization going on here. All right. On to pack number 2. Gonna go from the back here. Akito Hirose for the Canucks. The green Jordan Eberle for the Kraken right after that. Oop, well, I've kind of pulled that out of the way, huh? Whoops. Kind of gave it away a little bit. That's okay. Matty Beniers. Dave Velarde. Braden Schneider for the Rangers. And then we got the depth of winner here, Claude Giroux for the Ottawa Senators. I know they had a few different die cuts, I think, in this year's set. They had the Snowmen. They had these depth of winter, and they had something else, I thought, too. Could be wrong. Mr. Giroux. Who had the Senators? Senators are going to Josh. All right. Let's see what we get. Jakob Peltier, base rookie for the Flames. I've already messed my piles up. There we go. Got We got the green. Mikko Rantanen for the Avalanche up next. All right, let's go get that the dummy out the way. Chekhov, Van Riemsdyk, and then we got Mr. Lucas Reichel. Behind him, we got another purple. Going to the Boston Bruins. So there we go, Boston. We got a little purple Pastrnak going on here. The old purple Pastrnak going to the Boston Bruins. This is feeling a little thick. I don't know. Oh, yeah. We got a thick one in here, folks. So what we're going to do, wait to the end of the box to see what's there. We got another, yep, it's another one of those depth winners there. Make sure I don't disclose that too soon. So let's go from the back once again. We got the Kapanen, Nikolai Ehlers, the Jets. Go from the front. We'll leave that decoy there so we don't lose our die cut. Kaprizov, Morrissey, Braden Point, and then right behind it we got another depth of winter. Oh, there you go. Nice one here for Buffalo. Devin Levi, rookie depth of winter, going to the Buffalo Sabres. Devin Levi. Get this guy sleeved up. Devin Levi, depth of winter, going to the oh, it's numbered too. Very nice. I didn't know that was numbered. I don't think the veteran, maybe the rookies are or something, but that'll work. So there you go. 127 out of 199. I'm glad I looked at the back there. So that's a nice one. Devin Levi out of 199. 127 out of 199. Going to the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo is going to Chris. So there you go, Chris. I do believe, yeah. So, alrighty. Feel like another thick one. I don't know. Well, I think we got a patch in here, though. I almost said, as a break prediction, as like, like a patch is a hit, but I was like, I think there's base patches in ice, so I don't know if that'd be kind of like a given there. I'd just be like just softballing you that one. And then we got Tyler Kleven, base for the Sens. David Pastrnak, we got a green here for the Bruins. We'll go from the front. No, I guess not. We'll just go ahead and take the decoy out the way. All right, so I guess it's going to go like this. See what we get. Best of luck. And we got a patch card here for the Buffalo Sabres. Another one for Buffalo. Lucas, I think it's Rosick. I think it's how you say it, Rosick. Rookie patch. Just a little blue napkin patch there, but at least it's blue. I always say when they put like a white one in there, it's just like, at least give me some color, dude. Just give me some color, dude. That's why so I'm thinking, like, why are these kind of big? That's why I'm using the big ones there. All right. Let me get the regular size penny sleeves out and ready. There we go. I can use one of these. There you go. Lucas Rosick. Go to the Sabres rookie patch there. Still looking for our 3 Ice Premiers acetate, so I'm guessing they'll probably be in this stack here. Would be my guess. Don't look, it's in this pack though. Tyson Foerster, base rookie for the Flyers. Artur Silovs, got green rookie for the Canucks up next. Artur Silovs for the Vancouver Canucks there. Alrighty. Tim Stützle, Huberdeau. Yeah, Dobson. I think this could be an autograph. Thinking it could be. So let's see what we get here. Maybe not. Montreal. It is a Sub-Zero, though. It is numbered going to Montreal. We got Sean Farrell, 358 out of 799. I do believe the rookies are the ones that are numbered for Sub-Zeros. I don't believe the vet ones are. Going to Montreal. Montreal is going to Caleb. If my list here is correct. Sean Farrell, 358 out of 799. All right. We got another one of those depth of winners there. We got that kind of peeking out there. Igor Afanasyev. Fanasyev. We got Vitek Vanacek for the New Jersey Devils up next. Leave the decoy there to hold the die cut in place. We got McDavid, Quinn Hughes, and we got Sidney Crosby. And what do we have behind Mr. Crosby? What has he got behind him? Let's find out. Well, we're getting a little bit closer there for the Chicago Blackhawks. We got Kevin Korchinski, depth of winner. Okay, this one's not numbered. Just kind of like looking at what the. I'm guessing it's like it's a little more foiled, it looks like, I guess, with like the logo, it looks like. So interesting. Alrighty, but still Kevin Korchinski, depth of winner, though, going to the Chicago Blackhawks. Winner, Mr. Korchinski. All right, we got 4 packs left, and we'll see what we got for our thick card there. I'm kind of hoping if we don't see an auto, that hopefully might mean that one might be autoed. So we got our first Ice Premier here. It looks like we got our first acetate, so I imagine that will be our first Ice Premier. Elliot Denoyer. We got Igor Shesterkin up next for the New York Rangers. Pull this guy out the way, get that decoy gone. We got Mr. Bo Horvat, Roman Josi, Mark Stone. Let's see. Best of luck, folks. Let's see what we get. 515 out of 999. Going to the Florida Panthers, we got Mackie Samoskevich. 519 out of 999. Mackie Semiskevich going to Florida. Florida is going to AK, if I'm not mistaken. First ice premiere of the break. Semiskevich, 519 out of 999. Let's see what we got. We got another, looks like a depth of winter there. So, all right. So we got one more of those. Imagine those last two packs should have our ice premieres then. Like I said, we should get 3 in every box. So, Rosick. Daniel Gustian green for the Sharks right after that. It is always weird when you kind of jump back and forth between different years and stuff because, again, obviously different teams, each year, they might have a different, rookie list or, a different set of players that, might be better, might be a bit of a downgrade and stuff like that. McAvoy. So it is always interesting jumping back and forth between years. And then we got Hyman. And what do we got behind him? We got another depth of winter. Let's see what we get. Another Buffalo Sabres here. Buffalo's off to a good start. Victor Olofsson. It looks like it's a non-numbered, but going to Buffalo. That's not a rookie, so. Victor Olofsson for the Buffalo Sabres right after that. All right, we got 2 more again. Like I said, I'm thinking these should hopefully have the remaining ice premieres in them. Of course, that doesn't look like a acetate. Thought you're supposed to get 3 in the box. Oh, at least 2. Okay, my bad. I thought it was 3. I think this year's, 24-25, you're supposed to get 3. So I think there's going to be an extra one in this year's set. But there's supposed to be at least 2, I guess, in this box. Desharnais. Got Brant Clark for the LA Kings right after that. Pull the decoy out the way. Got Erik Karlsson, Michael Bunting, Tyler Toffoli, and then we got looks like a Sub-Zero, or it could just be a purple one, I guess. Looks like a purple, actually. Never mind. Going to the Columbus Blue Jackets. We got a purple Jet Greaves here. He is the goalie of the future. Yeah, well, I think it's just because we have the game going on. So I think, obviously, normally we have Snowy. Snowy's more of the kind of like the cheerleader in the room, if you will. So he'll kind of stir things up. But again, like I don't think he's in this break, anyways. But that's okay. But like I said, the game is going on. So again, I'm not too surprised about that. And it is just a little mixer, so. But looks like we do have our final premieres in there, though. Let's see what we get. Leo Carlsson. We got Brady Tkachuk green up next for the Ottawa Senators. All right, and then we got Sasha Barkov playing right now. Evgeny Kuznetsov for the Caps. Peyton Krabs. Let's see what we got. 81 out of 799. Where is it going to, though? Let's find out. Going to the Washington Capitals. Hardy Haman Octel. Hardy Haman Octel. 81 out of 799 going to the Washington Capitals. Get kind of Giroux out the way there and put him up. All right, let's see. I'll set that there for right now. All right, well, now it's time. We didn't get an auto, and again, I don't think you're actually guaranteed an auto out of the boxes for ice, but again, we didn't hit one, so I think that could liken the fact that could be an auto there. Do have Vicky McFixter here, folks. So let's see what we get. Cole Gutman for the Blackhawks. Vincent Iorio for the Capitals. The front here, got Cale McCaw. Okay, so we got one more to go. Saros, and we got Panarin, and what do we have behind Mr. Panarin? I'm sure it's an exquisite of some kind, but is it autograph? That's the question, though. Fingers crossed, everybody. Let's see what we get. Best of luck. What do we got here? It is a rookie. Going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, 160 out of 499. Exquisite collection, Bobby McMahon. And Toronto's going to... going to Caleb. So there you go, Caleb. 160 out of 499. Bobby McMahon. Fortunately not autographed, but again, like I said, I don't think you're guaranteed autos in ice. Definitely nice looking card. Not a bad rookie there. Bobby McMahon for the Toronto Maple Leafs, 160 out of 499. All right. I think we have to open that up just a little bit. There we go. All righty. Let's see. Let's go and move all this out of the way real fast. On to box number 2 for ice, and then again we will get into the ultimate at the end, though. 10 on the sticker, 02 on the box. I like a low number. Low numbers, I should say. I like when it's low numbers like that. So 10 and 02. 6, 6. Empty box. 10 on the sticker. 02 on the box. All right, let's see if we can at least get an auto to come out of this one here. Matthew Coronado for the Flames. Arnaud Durando for the Islanders. Arnaud Durando. Go ahead and get Mr. Decoy out the way. We got Seth Jarvis. Hagel Bagel. Jeremy Swayman. Then we got a purple behind him. How about that? We're just going to double them up right there. It's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm seeing doubles here. Got a purple Jeremy Swayman right behind him there. So we've got another depth of winner coming up. Hugh McGinn for the Blues, rookie. Shane Pinto for the Senators. After that, we'll go up to the front here. We got Tanner Jeannot, Blake Coleman. We got Cole Caulfield. And what do we have behind Mr. Caulfield? Let's find out. Got for the Calgary Flames, we got Elias Lindholm. Depth of winner. 1 second. Ooh, I felt that one coming. Elias Lindholm for the Flames. Down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. So it feels a little thicker. We might have a thick one in here. Nope. It's kind of sometimes you just feel it in the pack, you know. It just has that bigger feel to it, I guess. That's what she said. And Dustin Wolf, rookie base for the Flames. Mason McTavish for the Ducks. Let's see, we got Timo Meier, Matt Boldy, Dylan Larkin, and then we got another purple one behind it. Going to the Bolts, we got Tanner Jeannot, purple. Jeannot. Don't Jeannot. Don't Jeannot now. There we go. We got a thick one. And probably just another exquisite, but you never know. Let's go ahead and lay that bad boy right there. We'll come back to it. Let's see what we got up next. Owen Beck for the Habs. Got a little Great 8 green action going on. The old Great 8 himself. I saw that TJ Oshie announced his retirement today. Speaking of the Capitals, I did see that. Anders Lee, Jordan Kyrou. We got Sorokin. This is upside down, so it goes like this. See what we get here. I think this should be probably numbered, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It is out of 99. So there's break prediction number 1. 39 out of 99 going to the Ducks. Nikita Nesterenko, who had Anaheim. Anaheim's going to Micah. So there you go, Micah. So that will take care of your break prediction number 1, though, because that is a card number to 99. So there is one down there for you folks. Alrighty, let's get him sleeved up. Mr. Nikita Nesterenko, 39 out of 99. Going to the Ducks. Take him down because he's the only one that's not numbered. Oops. Patch card in this one. So there we go. Should have another patch coming up. Bobby McMahon for the Maple Leafs. Robert Thomas for the Blues. Yeah, I know he was having a lot of injuries and stuff in the last couple of years and things like that. But again, you know, hey, good career. He was able to hoist the Stanley Cup or whatever. So mission accomplished on that end. So, you know, you're kind of immortalized at that point. Austin Matthews. Oh yeah, I forgot we got the patch there. Whoops. Almost forgot. So what we got up next? Going to the Vegas Golden Knights, we got Mark Stone. Mark Stone. It is game used at the very least, so that's always cool. Again, so game used patch there. Let's see who had the Vegas Golden Knights. Excuse me. Why can I not find? There they are. Izzy had Vegas, so there you go. Yep, yep. He was a shootout master for sure. No doubt about that. Mark Stone. Oh, let's take down. Guess he's the highest numbered one, so we'll take him down. All right, so we got our final stack here for ice. The final 6 packs, and we'll reveal the thicker card there at the end. And we'll get into the ultimate after that. Aiden McDonough for the Nucks. Levi Marilainen for the Ottawa Senators. You got the green parallel there. Mr. George Eberle, Mikko Rantanen, Chandler Stevenson. So I think it's another Sub-Zero. That's always good. I like seeing Chicago. Hey, there you go, Ryan. Mr. Connor Bedard. Looking for some numbering. I don't know if there's any numbering on this one. Weird. Interesting. Still a nice card though overall. Got a rookie here for the Blackhawks, Connor Bedard. I'm a little surprised I'm not seeing any kind of numbering on there. I thought all the rookies would have numbering. Again, a solid hit there going to Chicago. Sub-Zero rookie, Mr. Bedard. It's always nice he shows up at least a little bit. At least a little bit. Now, if only Upper Deck can like do what they normally do with their collation, put like 5 of his cards in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just fill it up with like a whole bunch of Bedards. Why not? Mr. Ty Carty for the Kraken. Jason Robertson, again, a little bit of a team color match there. Let's see. Sub-Zero rookie variants aren't numbered. I said, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to like the differences, I suppose. See, 70V. Interesting. Wonder if it's like the picture or something that's like the variant, you know, because he's got his home and he's got the away on, so maybe that's the difference. Interesting nonetheless, but still a nice card. right, so we'll start here at the top. We got Vasilevsky, Tage Thompson, and Mr. Jake, and then we got the depth of winner behind here. Let's see what we're depth of winnering. Another one here for the Ducks. We got Mr. Troy Terry. Going to Anaheim. Anaheim's going to Micah. All right, we got 4 more packs to go. Then we'll see what the thick one is. So we got our first ice premieres, though. Looks like we got an acetate, so I would imagine that's an ice premiere. Milo Skellerman, the Utah Hockey Club. Obviously says Yotes, but yeah. How we doing there, Snowy? We got Jeff Petrie for the Red Wings. All right. Got Kempe, Burns, Eichel. Let's see what we got for the numbering. 310 out of 799. Let's see who we get. Best of luck, folks. For the Calgary Flames, we got Connor Zary, 310 out of 799. Going to Calgary. Let's go ahead and get this guy sleeved up. Bump him out the way. So we got Mr. Zary. Zary being scary. And we got what we got here. So we got another depth of winner, be my guess, looks like. William DeFore for the Islanders. Henry Thrun for the Sharks. Start here at the top. We got Mr. Wyatt Johnston. We got Callie Yarncrook. We got Martin Nietzsche. And right behind him, what do we got? For the St. Louis Blues, Pavel Buchnevich. Depth of winner going to the Blues, Pavel Buchnevich. For the Blues. All right, we got 2 packs left to go. All right, let's see. Brock Faber, the Wild. JVR for the Boston Bruins. Let's see, gold. Move that out the way. Brant Clark, Brady Tkachuk, Igor Shesterkin, and then we got, I think actually it's just one of the purple ones, my bad. For the Edmonton Oilers, we got a purple Vincent Desharnais. Going to Edmonton, Vincent Desharnais. Excuse me. So this one should have our last ice premiere in there, just like the last box, pretty much the same setup. So let's see if we can get maybe a different result with the thick card. Got Zach Benson. Lucas Reichel. Vitek Vanacek. Nikolai Ehlers. David Pasternak. Let's see. We got 13 out of 799. So let's see what we got here. Best of luck. Let's see what we get. For the Philadelphia Flyers, Elliot Desnoyers going to Philly. So get that guy. So Philly's going to Ryan CBJ. Elliot Desnoyers. We'll set him off to the side right now. All right. So now it is time. Get a few extra for Ultimate. We'll get that ready to go. So let's see what we get. Ridley Gregg. Luke Hughes. Green for the Devil there. Devils. And then we got Philip Gustafson. Mitch Marner. Mario Ferrero. Let's see what we get. Another Rookies Exquisite. Let's see. Let's hopefully it can be autoed. It'd be quite lovely. Best of luck. Let's see what's going to happen, though. What are we going to get? It's not autoed, and it is Matt Murray of the Dallas Stars, 470 out of 499. So no autos from Ice. That's a bit of a bummer. But don't wrong, yeah, nice card overall. Absolutely. Just always nice when it comes with a little bit of ink. You know, we always like a little bit of ink on that bad boy. Matt Murray, 470 out of 499. This will bump Mr. Stone out the way. Again, it is just 3 boxes. So, again, I mean, it's not, be a little bit different. I think if we're opening the cases, obviously, I think the case is going to be much better in that degree because it's going to be many more boxes at that point. So we should be able to see, several really, hopefully more than several, but, a lot of good cards come out of there. And again, like I said, once we get done with this last box here of Ultimate, like I said, hang around because, like I said, I'm going to open up the other boxes afterwards just because we're live, so why not? All right, so let's see what we get. The final box here of the break. Excuse me. 98 on the sticker, 03 on the box. $98 on the sticker, 03 on the box. Let's see what we can do. So we do have one thick one in there. Yeah, they did kind of shit on Stature with. Like I said, I'm not as I'm not as enthusiastic as I once was about it now. So that's a bit of a bummer. Like I said, I was hoping to get like 2 or 3 cases. Now it's like, we might get like 1, see what it looks like, just to check it out. But definitely my enthusiasm for it has definitely gone a little bit wayward. So, alrighty. So break prediction wise, we're still looking for a legend card, looking for a patch auto. And obviously, we're not going to get the Frozen in time, so that one's off them. So we can still get 3, though, if we get at least a patch auto and then a Legends card. Again, it could be a base auto, doesn't matter. Because we did get the 99 there. So let's see what we can get. This one's going to start us off. My guess is probably a base. So let's see what we're going to get here. Best of luck. And there it is. Keith Tkachuk. That will count for your Legends card. 11 out of 15 for the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis is going to Josh. 11 out of 15. So there you go. So there's break prediction number 2 down now. So all you need is just hope for that thick one as a patch auto, and then you guys will have at least 3 out of 4. Obviously, then I will be able to run a break credit giveaway. Keith Tkachuk, 11 out of 15 for the Blues. Again, like I said, nice lower numbered base there. Nothing wrong with that. Actually, let's take down this numbered patch there. All right, so we're going to go to the back of the pack because the middle 2 should be autographed. So let's see what we get here. Best of luck, folks. What do we got? What we got going here? So we got a dual patch going to the Florida Panthers. So that's going to their AK, Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe Ultimates. Kind of a dual patch there. Should be probably game used. Yep, game used. So again, that's counts for a little something there. But going to the Florida Panthers. So again, good timing with them obviously being in the Cup Finals and everything. They're playing right now. Mr. Carter Verhaeghe and Sam Reinhart. Alrighty. Back up to the top, we're going to reveal the auto. Then we're going to do the thicker card at the end. And like I said, afterwards, we are going to, again, open the other just side boxes, just see what's in there. Just I figured, like I said, we're live, so I can kind of open them and we can all see what's going on in the credentials in the other box Ultimate. All right, folks, let's see what we're going to start off with. This is the first auto of the box Ultimate. Best of luck, folks. Let's see what we're going to get. All right, going to the Montreal Canadiens. We have a base Nick Suzuki auto. Montreal is going to Caleb. Pretty good auto there. Going to the Canadiens. Again, non-numbered, though, I do believe. But a solid auto nonetheless. Going to the Montreal Canadiens. Take down Mr. Levi's there for a moment. Alrighty, now the last hit of the break. But again, like I said, to hang around, we'll be opening a couple more boxes anyways. Just to see what we get inside of them, see what's there. Excuse me. Alrighty. It might go like this. I think it might be an Ultimate Emblems. Okay, if it is, that's not a patch, unfortunately, but I'll have to wait and see. So here we go, folks. What do we got? What are we going to end it on? Best of luck. Ultimate Emblems. Where is it going, though? Let's find out. Womp, womp, Well, going to Seattle Kraken, we got Vince Dunn. So Seattle is going to Graham. So there you go, Graham. Vince Dunn, Ultimate Emblems for the Seattle Kraken. Alrighty. So now it's time to see what could have been. Like I said, I did offer to obviously do the credentials added to the break, but like I said, that would have been a couple extra dollars there. But again, we went with the cheaper option. Again, totally fine. Again, I understand it. We have a case of ice coming out, so again, I didn't want to again overwhelm everybody with a big mixer break and stuff. So like I said, with ice coming out, again, I thought ice was appropriate for again doing a mixer with today. Unfortunately, I didn't pick the right ones box wise. But all right, so let's see. Again, this is just we're just gonna see what's in here. Not part of the break, but let's see what we got. We got 17 on the sticker, 19 on the box. Ooh. So let's see what we get. So you know me, I do love my credentials. That's for sure. Empty box 17, 19. Do love me some credentials. Let's see what we get. That ready just in case. I'll set the auto to the side if we get an auto in there. This is a base pack though, if I'm not mistaken. Gushchin Peltier. We got blue. So let's go from the back. Pasta. Can. Saros. I don't think this is an auto because obviously that's got like kind of like the water drop kind of effect there. So I think this is just a DTA, just a normal one unautoed. I think blues are out of 149. Let's see what we got here. What are we going? Again, nice looking card though. Again, bit of a team color match for the Sabres. Isaac Rosen. It's like 11 out of 149. 11 out of 149. Going to the Buffalo. That's a good one there. I don't want that. Yeah, they're always nice when they're team color matched. Again, with the debut ticket accesses and stuff like that. I do like when they got that team color match. It's just a nice looking card. Gives a nice little pop to it. So, 1 second. Damn. Sneezing. All right. Looks like that's our auto right there. So I'm thinking that's a sticker auto. So we'll just set that right there. Carlson, Jack-Eye, Sorokin, Eklund. We got Wyatt Johnston, and then we got the horizontal. We'll cover that up so it kind of gives you the team name there. Wow, 1 of 1, Will Cooley. Goodness. Wowza. All right. 1/1 debut ticket access for Will Cooley. Woo. All right. That's a hell of a hit there. Goodness gracious. I was kind of like looking, I was like, that looks a little bit different than like a base one. And sure enough, it's not a base one. It was a 1/1. All right, well, that happened, I guess. 1/1 horizontal Will Cooley debut ticket access for the New York Rangers. Horizontal debut black. Okay, that's right. The blacks are the out of 1/1. So yowza. Okay, well, that's a hell of a hit right there. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't, like I said, I didn't even know what was in there. You know, definitely not a bad player too. That's for sure. So again, that's not too bad. So, alrighty, so we'll just pop him up right there, I guess. It's like I said, I didn't know what was in there. Alrighty. Johnny G. Nazem Kadri. Like I said, I mean, I at first I thought it was just like a base, like it was just like a base horizontal. And then I'm kind of looking, I'm like, this looks just a little bit different. And then of course, then you saw the one, it's like, all right, well, I guess that is a little bit different, you know. So it is one of those ones where I do feel like I said it's. I mean, obviously, you know, I put it up there for a chance to open it or whatever, and you know, again, like I said, I understand. Like I said, I mean, I don't blame you guys for not like wanting to go like super big and stuff like that with again with ice coming out and everything, but it is one of those ones I'm just like, you know, I would have loved to pull that for somebody in the break. Don't get me wrong, but definitely kind of a cool card to see get pulled, you know, nonetheless. All right, then we got Andre Pavel. Again, the yellows are non-numbered for Colorado here. I love credentials, honestly. Like I said, I think out of all the lower tier products, this is my favorite because again, you know, each box you're gonna get like I said, you normally get about out of usually it's 8 packs. So like I said, normally you get 2 base packs, which essentially is you know it's like a highly anticipated and like a speed of the game. You'll get like 2 packs like that, and everything else after that's going to be a you know a numbered DTA. I mean, you'll get the base variant pack as well, but those are numbered as well. You know, again, if you're getting a DTA auto, those are always hard signed, which again I think is a big deal for again especially a lower tier product. Again, the price point's always very good. You know, I can't say enough good things about it. It's grown on me because I remember when it first kind of came out, I was like, nah, man, it's all right. But like now, especially like breaking and stuff and doing that, it's definitely grown on me a lot. And I'm a really big fan of credentials. I can't really say enough good things about it. So like I said, definitely like I said, like this is a base pack there, you can kind of tell, but Michikov. Alrighty. I think this is probably the base variant, if I'm not mistaken, in here. Okay, Malkin. Oh, yep. Okay, I'll just show it all there. I didn't mean to grab it all, but There you go. Worst kept secret in the breaking right there. 290 out of 349. A red Andre Vasilevsky base variant. So, but yeah, I definitely highly recommend if, like I said, if you, because like I said, what's nice about credentials, like I said, it's one of those products that's not gonna like kill your wallet, you know. And actually, out of 23-24 products, it's probably one of the more, again, price friendly boxes they came out with. And to be honest with you, I think out of all the products we opened at 23-24, it was probably one of the nicest products that that treated us probably the best. So again, I just like so I'm just a big fan of it. Like I said, I get that. It's not. I get like Premier and Ultimate. There's those are always the more interesting products, the cup and things. But I'd much rather spend my money on a couple boxes of credentials and just have more fun doing that than trying to get a tin of the cup and spend all that money and then get BS box or tin or whatever. And then we got Matthew Kessel for the Blues. 270 out of 799. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. I definitely plan when it comes out. I like to get a couple cases of this when it comes out for 24-25, which I think it's going to probably be coming out in like another month or so. Be my guess sometime around July or August. So I'm definitely interested in trying to get a couple cases of that because again, I just think it's just overall, again, just the fact that again they have I mean, don't get me wrong, they do have some sticker autos. Like this is going to be a sticker auto, but again, if you get the debut ticket access autos, they're normally always hard signed. And then they got like acetate hard signs and everything. I had a Kirill Kaprizov out of 10 hard signed out of a box. You know, so it's got some really good cards, and like I said, it's just nice because then you're just not spending a ton of money, and I think it's a little bit easier that way to kind of break even with the boxing at that point, and again, you can hit some really nice cards out of there as well. So let's see what we get. It's a highly anticipated. So again, it should be a sticker auto. So let's see what we're sticker autoing. Yep, they do have those in there. Yep, I do think they have the Pro Visions in there. They have the Live Tonights. Like I said, they got acetates. Like I said, I mean, it's like I said, it's a very there. That's I like that word. It's a sneaky product because again, it kind of flies under the radar because it masquerades as this low tier product, but just the hits and stuff you can get out of there are, just I mean, they're good hits. So let's see what we got here. And there we go. We got Aiden McDonough. Again, like I said, it's a sticker one there, but Aiden McDonough rookie autograph. So yeah. So most likely I'll probably throw this into like the break pile or whatever like that. So Mr. Aiden McDonough. All right. Well, let's see what we got in our other box of Ultimate. What could have been? Got the old McDavid number 97 and 67. So we got matching sevens. All right. That's interesting. 97, 67. So we got a thick one there. Pack. Okie dokie Fernoki. Let's see what we are going to get. Starting off at the top. Ultimate introductions. All right. So we got a blue. So blue team. Could be a number of teams then. This guy, this Billy Sweezy guy. It's so funny because like I cannot pull any Fantilli to save my life. I cannot pull him, but fuck, dude, I can pull this guy all day long. Billy fucking Sweezy. Good lord. That's funny though. Like I said, I can't pull Fantilli to save my life, but man, I can pull this guy all the live long day. Billy Sweezy. All right, get him out of the way. And let's see what we got here. What's the second card? Let's see. Ultimate Rookies patch from, I guess, 572 out of 599. That's not bad. Good rookie there. Marco Casper for the Detroit Red Wings. 572 out of 599. Marco Casper for the Detroit Red Wings. All right. And let's see. Obviously, a first auto time. Let's see what we are going to get. I guess it's probably more of like the base, like a non-numbered auto. So let's see what we got going on. Hey, all right, I'll take that all day. Boom, Jenna. All right, I'll take that. Like I said, I like Boom. Got the right team logo on the front, so hey, nothing wrong with that. Again, at least it's not, at least it's not Billy Sweezy. So. So yeah, I'll probably hang on to that. Like I said, most any time if I open boxes, like I said, if it's a blue jacket, a lot of times, whether it's a base insert, a patch, whatever it is, auto, a lot of times I just hold on to them. Like those are my boys. I'm gonna talk a little shit about the Sweeze. I'm sorry because unfortunately the Sweeze takes all my Fantilli opportunities. Unfortunately, he's way too greedy, and as much as the Sweeze has needs. I need my Fantilli too. I need my Fantilli, damn it. I want Fantilli, and I always get fucking Billy Sweezy. Anyways, but all right, folks. Again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Again, like I said, I think most of this stuff, like I said, most of these cards, like I'll probably throw these into like the break pile. So I'll throw these in on like other people's mail days and stuff like that. So I will hang on to the Boone. I'll hang on to the Cooley there. But like I said, pretty much everything else, though, I'll throw pretty much into the break. So I'll add them into to other people's piles and stuff like that. Alrighty. And now we got the final card of the night. It is a thick one. It doesn't look like it's an ultimate emblem. which is kind of cool. Not really quite sure. I think it goes like this. All right, so let's see what we get here. Yeah, the final one here, thick one. Let's see what we get. Is it a dual auto? I see two folks on it. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's not an auto, but hell of a patch there. 8 out of 49 for the Detroit Red Wings. I like that cider patch there, a big piece of the wheel. It's throwing me off there. I saw two helmets. I'm like, wait a minute, do they got dual autos and do they have dual autos in Ultimate? Ultimate Quad Materials. Like, that's a nice one as well. Raymond, Cider, DeBrincat, and Larkin. So that is a nice patch card there. I'm sure Alyssa will be jealous. Jealous, jealous, jealous. Alrighty, folks. So that was kind of definitely a Detroit box. We hit that out of the back, and then of course that was right there in front of it. So very cool nonetheless. So again, kind of a neat little rip there. Like I said at the end, it kind of said check out what was going on there. 8 out of 49 though. That's a sweet again, like I said, for Detroit, there's only two colors they got, red and white. So that's you're hitting all the marks with that one again. Like I just like that cider one because that's definitely part of the wheel there. That's definitely a nice patch there overall. 8 out of 49. Alrighty, folks. Again, I do appreciate it. Like I said, it was 3 boxes. So again, I understand. Like I said, we probably didn't necessarily hit you know, the most super baddest ass cards in the break. But like I said, I am going to add, like I said, most of the cards out of the other 2 boxes into the break as well. So I'll be kind of throwing those into other people's mail days and stuff. And like I said, ice is up right now, so we'll kind of keep working on getting that filled. Like I said, I think the case, again, I mean, just opening 2 boxes of ice, you get what you get. But I think with the case of ice, we should obviously be seeing a lot more bangers. I think it'll be a fun little case and everything. I do think they've upped the ice premieres in that case as well from 2 to 3. I think there's supposed to be 3 ice premieres now per box. So that should be kind of interesting to see what happens. And yeah. So looking forward to it. Again, that's up and running. We'll get that filled. Again, it's going to, we have all week or whatever to get it going. I do believe, like I said, I think next week is Parkhurst Champions maybe. So like I said, if that's the case, I'm not really too interested in getting that. So again, we will have some time. Like I said, we may try to go back and, like I said, open something else up again during that week. Again, like I said, maybe some Premiere or something like that if I can find a cheap enough case, or again, maybe some more extended or something like that. But we'll figure something out though. But again, we have ice going on, so again, looking forward to that. Like I said, should always be a lot of fun. Again, opening a case of it. But we'll work on filling that up over the course of the week. And yeah, so again, I do appreciate it though, each and every time though, guys. Like I said, we always do the best we can. Obviously, can't always guarantee results like I would like, but we always do the best we can. I can guarantee that, and just hopefully we can always just pull some good cards for everybody. But looking forward to it. Always looking forward to it. I do love doing this for you guys. Like I said, I wish this was my job, but unfortunately, it is not. But you never know. Maybe someday, I guess I could get off my butt and put more effort into it, I guess. But but for now, it is a hobby. I like to try to keep it that way, and I like to try to keep it fun for everybody that participates. Like I said, I don't really like having to charge big money for teams and stuff like that. even though that sometimes has to be the case. But I really do try the best I can to try to offer folks just good pricing and stuff like that. I don't really like again, hammering you guys with big higher end prices and stuff like that. It's just not that's not fun. So, but that because that's always the point, right? It's supposed to be cards. It's supposed to be fun. So let's just have a good time with it. But all right, guys, I tip my cap to you as always. Thank you guys so much. I'll post spam up tomorrow in the break room or whatever. We'll, like I said, I'll be working on getting ice filled, and ice that should be on hand probably by Friday or Saturday. And once it's filled, we'll go ahead and break it and see what we get. But thank you guys so much once again. This is, you can't really see it under the cards here, but this is the Powder Keg Pack Rips, everybody. And again, as always, we're just grateful that you guys again allow me to do this and just be a part of the group, part of the community. You guys make it fun. You guys make it what it is. So thank you guys so much for that. You guys all have a good night. Till next time, folks. Looking forward to it.